my fantasy football friends? Welcome to the Multiple First Dynasty channel here on YouTube. This is Tony Stoll, Stash X on the Sleeper app, coming at you with a video returning from our hiatus, little summer break. Me and Greg went on, took a little time off at the off season here, and we're coming back at you with some beautiful Dynasty content. Today we're going to be breaking down our rookie draft from the 24/7 league, our house league here, and we're also going to be going through. We're doing a listener league for all of our fans out there. We're taking all of our winnings, all of our cash money from the 24/7 league that we won, and we're rolling that back out to the community, a championship prize for our listener league that we're going to be constructing live on the air today. So happy for you to join us. Thank you so much for spending your time with us here today. We're going to be chopping up some Dynasty Fantasy Football for the 23 season. As always, I'm joined by my partner, Greg the Velociraptor. What's going on today, man?
Oh, it's good to be back, Tony. Welcome back. I know you in particular had some big personal stuff. Congratulations on your new home.
Yeah, man. Just for the listeners out there, I just moved into a new house. That was part of the reason we took a little break. I got, moved from an apartment into a home for the first time in my life. So feeling just thrilled about that. Love that. I got my own whole office space, privacy and everything, and just got a big house for my family. Also, other developments in my personal life is I got engaged to my girl, proposed to my girlfriend a few weeks ago, and I got a new computer built too, so we're increasing the quality of our content here. So we love that. Build a new PC, new home, and gonna be married.
Fresh starts all around for 2023.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it.
Congratulations, Tony. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. You're hitched. You're a married man, yeah? How long you been
Oh,
married?
yes. I have been married for 23 years, man.
23 years. What's the secret to lasting that long, bro? What's worked for you?
Oh, determination.
Determination. Yeah.
No, I mean, life isn't easier when you're married. It's just you have somebody you love to do it with, right? So like you gotta go through the good times and the bad times together, right?
Yeah.
Because the good times are great. The good times are easy, but like just really determination and like in times when the roof is leaking. Right.
Yeah.
Like that's you got to support each other.
For sure.
Support.
When you got no money, you got to support each other. Get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're not here for marriage counseling. We're going to talk about some fantasy football. We're building our listener league today. We got the Multiple First Dynasty Football League. I got a new league template I just opened up. Fresh baby league right here. And I want to talk about, with Greg here, we're going to set it up. We're going to do it live on the air. We haven't really discussed what we expected from this, but let's go through it. So what do you think? You think it's Superflex? Yeah, got to be Superflex in here.
Oh, absolutely got to be Superflex.
Yeah. Definitely be Dynasty. So we'll do one QB. We'll do a super flex. Running backs, where you at on that? You like two? You like maybe three? Maybe to leave it at two for now?
So for me, I like a 2 running back setup. And then my next question is, how many tight ends are we going to have? Is this a 1 tight end league or is this a 2 tight end league? Are we wanting to be stock, which I think is 1 tight end and a tight end premium, or are we wanting to play around? What do you think?
This is a multiple first Dynasty Football house league, so this is a 2 tight end league, absolutely. And we'll probably have a scoring premium for him, or at least that's what I'm thinking. Maybe a half point or quarter point tight end kicker.
I love it.
Okay. I prefer 3 wide. I don't know about you.
I like 3 wide and 2 flexes.
3 wide, 2 flex on an SF.
I love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So what is that? 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 11. Start 11.
Start 11. Good.
Mm-hmm. I think that's right in the center of the circle. And what are you thinking about rosters?
For bench size, I like, I'm in like that 10 to 14 range. Somewhere in there is where I usually like to be for bench. When we start getting under 10 bench, I feel real squeezed. I don't like that. So I'm thinking, I don't know, we'll call it 12 bench for now. Seem good?
That's 23 rounds, man. I think we need 14. I think you need more bench than that. I think you need so that's a start 20. That's a 25. Is that including a taxi?
Yeah, I think we will have a taxi. You want to have your taxi be the same number of rounds as rookie rounds is usually the way I do it. This would be a 25 round draft plus a 5 round rookie draft makes a 30 round draft total. Usually Sounds about right. I like that nice round number.
I think that
personally.
sounds about right. And so maybe we kick that up to 19 bench spots, just so the draft we'll draft 30 rounds, and then we'll turn 5 of those into taxi spots after the startup.
Sounds good to me. All right, scoring settings. 6-point passing touchdowns.
I'm a fan of 5-point passing.
Yeah, I like
touchdowns.
5 also, to be honest with you. I'm down for that. We looking for any other bonuses? Passing yards, 1 point for 25. That's standard. I'd probably leave that there. I've seen people go to 20 sometimes, but
No, I think this is fine. What are we at per interception? 1 or 2?
I think 1's too low personally. I think it doesn't. It's not enough punishment.
It's not punitive enough for guys
Yeah.
with a poor ratio. The
Yeah.
Jameis Winston 30 and 30 year. So we'll go -2.
All right, how do I do a minus in here? That's the question. -2. -2. All right, I want this to be. All right, we'll come back to that, but I want it to be -2, not +2. But whatever, it's in there now. Pick 6. We want to go bigger negative for that. I see like -4, and then it's like -6 altogether. That's probably too much. Maybe another two
Make it
negative.
another 2.
Yeah.
You throw a pick 6, you lose 4 points.
Yeah, we're trying to do completions, attempts, incompletions.
I think the bigger question is, are we going to do first down scoring?
Yeah, that is the bigger question. I don't know. I probably leave it out for passing first down. I don't want to put one in there. Do minus something for sacks. I don't really like that either.
I play in leagues
Yeah.
where you do that, and it gets punitive with some of these guys who take 50 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, rushing.
Rushing. All right, rushing. For receiving and rushing, I don't mind putting first down bonuses. I don't think we wanted them on the quarterback. But the problem with rushing first down bonuses is the running quarterbacks can stack those up really fast.
See, I think if you do it first down bonus, you do half of that for the quarterbacks. So, like, if you're going to give 1 point, you do half. Or if you're going to give half a point, you give a quarter point for passing first downs. But I'm happy to leave it out. So what are we thinking? Rushing touchdown 6, leave the first down scoring off, keep it kind of
seems good. I like attempts bonuses
sock.
personally. I'm like a 0.02 truther on attempts, or 0.2 whatever. So then 5 attempts are worth a point. 0.2 is what I meant to say.
0.2 per attempt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's too high. I don't know. Maybe like 0.15.
No, 0.2. Yeah, 0.2. If you want to do points per attempt, we can do 0.2. Okay, receiving.
All right, that's going in there. Are we doing long rushing bonuses?
I don't want to do long rushing bonuses.
All right, that's fair. Reception, full point PPR, yeah. As opposed to half, I suppose.
Sure.
I like half, but almost all my leagues are full, and I don't like rocking the boat too much, so we'll just leave it that way for now. Receiving touchdown 6.
One thing I'm tempted to do is half PPR for running backs, PPR for receivers, and 1.5 for tight ends. Have you seen this?
Yeah, that's tiered. We can
so
do
like
that.
half. You want to play tiered?
Yeah, let's do that. So the way you set that up is you have all receptions be worth half, and then
especially if we're giving running points per attempt.
Yeah, we can do that. So
on rushers.
Mm-hmm. So the receiver gets a 0.5 bonus, the running back gets no bonus, and then the tight end gets 1 point because it's a baseline half. So all these get added onto that. So that's the way that would work. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's good. So we're doing 1.5 for our 2 tight end league. Is that too much?
I love that.
All right,
I love that.
Good. Okay. Long reception bonuses. Do we care about any of this stuff?
No, I think if you're doing long play bonuses, you do it for all 3 rushing, receiving, passing, or none
at all.
Yeah. That's my view. All right, what else?
All right, kickers. We're not doing anything with
no
kickers. I like to go through. I'll zero out everything we're not using. Keeps the scoring looking a little cleaner to the eye. Buttons. There we go. No kickers. We're not going to do any defense. We're not doing any IDP.
Let's see. Will there be a point for a tackle? I think you probably want no, but then you got to take that out of the IDP scoring. I've seen that, right? Like you leave it in there, and all of a sudden somebody has a tackle on an interception,
and it gets weird.
and it scores a point that nobody counted on. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to go through and block all the and then zero out all the defensives, like I said.
Exactly.
And then, what is the correct decision for what a fumble is worth?
My view is -1 for fumble, -1 for fumble lost.
Yeah.
And do you get and +1 for fumble recovery? This would be my ad. I would go +1 for fumble recovery. So if you fumble and get your own fumble back, you cancel yourself out. If you fumble and the team gets it back, you lose 1. If you fumble and lose it, you get 2. I don't know if you want to do that.
No, I like that. So you said fumble -1 and fumble loss -1 for each independently.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that. And -1 when he drops it, -1 if he doesn't get it back. That seems good. Draft settings. All right, we're gonna do a slow draft. Yeah, that's the way adults draft nowadays.
I mean, at least in Dynasty.
Yeah, in Dynasty, in a 30-round draft, it's hard. I wouldn't want
Dynasty.
to sit there and do that in someone's basement for 4 hours. It'd be rough. When do we want to hold this draft? I don't know. We'll revisit that.
We'll revisit that, of course. Yes.
Auto pick, draft order. We'll randomize that when the time comes. We'll probably do a derby.
Third round reversal. Yeah. I'm in.
Ooh, yeah, third round reversal. I'm not even wanting to put that up to a vote. I'm a big supporter of the third round reversal, so we will have that be checked on. Why don't you let me turn that on? All right, it will be a third round reversal. There it goes. Okay. Available players draft all. Alrighty. Are we going to draft with the rookies live in the draft?
Yeah, we'll draft with rookies because it's post draft. I think that's the way to do it.
Right. So you just one big pool players, one draft, no separate vet draft later on. Do we want divisions? No divisions. Members, this is where you guys come in. So hit me up, man. Hit me up on Sleeper. Hit Greg up on what's your Twitter tag?
My Twitter tag is at FF Dynasty DGen. At FF Dynasty DGen on Twitter. I'm Velociraptor on Sleeper. Or you could drop us a message. Drop us your email in the YouTube comments on this video, and any of those ways would get you in the running for a listener league team, and we'll pick 10. I'm going to take a team. You're going to take a team. Separate teams.
Yep.
Right, and so we'll pick 10 over the next couple of weeks, and then we'll break it down after that, and I may even write something up for us and
little bylaws
put
or
it
something
out.
like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's smart.
All right, very good.
Okay, so yeah, man, hit us up. Let's get it filled up. It's gonna be kind of a first come first serve, but we're gonna prioritize people that have been listening to us for a while for sure to get us in here. No money to buy in, but we will be paying out cash to the winner, so can't beat that,
Yeah, and we'll talk about all those details with you when we get some people in.
I heard that. All right. Oh shit, did I lose everything? Because I clicked out of it. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. No, it all stayed the same. Cool. Co-owner, commission control. Yeah, this is all good. All right, we're all set up, baby. This is going to be our format for our Dynasty League right here. Look at this bad boy. We're going to be doing boop-a-doop-a-doo. Can I bring up the draft for it? No, I can't. All right. So that's that. Come and join the MFDF League of Record. We'll be drafting sometime later on this summer, maybe July, something like that.
Absolutely.
All right. And the other thing we wanted to break down for you today, we wanted to take a look at our League of Record, our 24/7 league, the league we follow. We followed from the very start up last season. We're about a year old in this bad boy. Currently the reigning champions. This is the roster
team
right
of
here.
record.
Team of record.
Team of record. We're starting a league of record.
This
yes. Is a team of record.
Yes. Perfect. This is your roster right here. Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson, Kenny Pickett. Running backs, Bijan Robinson, Jerick McKinnon, and a few bros. Wide receiver, Pickens, Ayuk, QJ, Jahan Dotson. Not a whole lot else to write home about. Zay Flowers is pretty good.
Defending champions.
Yeah, we got the rookie draft brought up right here, and we wanted to chop this up for you guys today.
Yeah, and so one of the things I think we wanted to bring home with this entire project was the importance of always always being on your process, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're getting ready for the rookie draft, you have to be in advance. When you're getting ready for the season and for training camp, you have to be looking at the back of your roster like 3 days before the other guy in your league is, right? And so there's a process to this that can help you win leagues. Like if you are an Alexander Madison believer, you make that move before Dalvin Cook gets cut, right? You don't make that move the day after he gets cut. There's you don't let some news event just tell you. So the first thing we did was we got ready for our draft by using our draft capital where it was going to make a difference for us. And we made a whole bunch of pre-draft trades, right? And the first thing we did was we sent away Justin Fields, who helped carry us to that title last year, along with the 112 and the 2.09 for Trevor Lawrence. And now we're playing Trevor Lawrence and Josh Allen for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, yep. It was a great move for us because we were pretty full on our roster, so we were looking for roster condensation type moves to condense us down. So we sent out a 3-for-1. We're not in love with any of the players on the corner of the rookie draft there at the end of the first round and 209. You know, that's just something you pay into it to get the deal done. But to move from Fields to Lawrence, reduces a lot of risk in Greg and I's opinion, and it allows us to condense our roster and make a move that we feel good about. It's really easy to get drop kicked into the sun if you're making a 3-for-1 deal and you're on the wrong side of it. So this is something we felt good about.
Yeah, and you and I are both value hunters. I think I'm a little more comfortable with that. I kind of like giving 3 pieces and getting the best piece back.
Yes.
I think I'm more into that deal on my teams than you are, but as long as the value's there, for me, Trevor Lawrence is like the sixth, my like 106, and Justin Fields is the 108. But I think there's a tier break there of safety.
Oh yeah.
Right, where Justin Fields could play himself out of a job this year, and we paid 112 and 209 to take that off the table. Take that possibility off the table. And now the 2 quarterback setup that won us that title last year will be ours for several seasons.
Yeah, we removed all risk from our quarterback situation with a move like this. You just have Allen and Lawrence. Yeah, we do have other quarterbacks rostered, but there's really no pressure on the quarterback position, nor will there ever again be for the most part with our current setup. And that's why you make moves like this, is to just never have to say you're sorry, was a quote Greg put out for this, and I loved that. So that was the first move we made, and then we made another trade here. We really wanted to add Bijan Robinson to this roster.
Oh, no, that you got.
Well, that's later. But
yep, no.
We wanted to move up the draft. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things for us is we ended up with 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, right?
Yes.
We had 5 first, and none of them missed the playoffs.
Yeah, we had this whole string of picks right here, basically.
And so, and we have we weren't in love with where that was going to leave us, right? It's really a top 6 draft. So we were looking for an opportunity to package back up. So you notice we got out of 12 in the previous trade. Now we got out of 11 in this trade. And, those are 2 picks that had that 1 at the front of it, but we're really trading like second round values, yes. Right? Yep. And then we got, just like the last trade, a back of the first round pick and a back half second, right? 207 here. And we're going up to get a top half of the league quarterback prospect here. This is Anthony Richardson. And what we're giving up is the 25 first-round pick that we got for Deontay Foreman in season.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the power that you get when you get the future first-round pick of an older team. Is he wanted to rebuild, and he couldn't rebuild without his 25 first.
Yeah.
And so he made this deal. We're into Anthony Richardson. I mean, what's the worst that happens? We ended up giving up the 102 in 2 years, plus a couple of little pieces to get the 102 now. You know what I mean? That's
2 years is a long, long time. I mean, I want 25 firsts on my teams. I want all the first round picks in any year, but like you got to know what they're worth. And I think this is like we're getting a lot of value for the 25 first within this concept within the con times of this deal, and it's not worth that much. We sold it really high, so we move up from the 111 and the 27, and we go all the way up to 102. My initial process for fishing out this deal was I wanted to get up to 102 so we'd have a pivot point to go after 101 eventually because our roster needed running back so bad. We eventually do get a deal done for 101, but we ended up keeping the 102. So now we have Richardson, and we're happy about it because we paid a below market price to acquire him.
Yeah, and my thinking was maybe even a little different. I know you were getting this pick thinking about Bijan, and I was thinking this is a piece of risk with upside that I want to acquire now that we've moved on from Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so to me, the act of pivoting safe with the Fields asset lets you take a chance here on Richardson, who has break fantasy upside, right? Like, this is a guy who could push Trevor Lawrence to the bench eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
on our roster.
If everything hits, right? So that for me was balancing the safety of Lawrence with the risk of this move. And we made both of these moves in the week right ahead of the draft. Very active time for us.
The trade we ultimately made to acquire the 101, we send away Devonta Smith, the 108, and the 203. So that's a lot. I mean, that's a big package to go up there. But this is a fair market deal for Bijan. If you're still if you're still looking forward to your rookie draft, I would say this is about the most I would pay to acquire Robinson. I mean, we're giving up the 108, a 203, and Smith. We're getting the handcuff and the Robinson all at the same time. I love this trade. I don't think I would have paid much more though to get it done.
Yeah, no, I didn't really want to give up Smith. He was our wide receiver one. But I also do think there's a decent chance that this year is less good for fantasy than last year from Smith.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, this could be the highest price moment for him. I love getting Bijan here. I love getting him cuffed with Algier. If Bijan misses a game, you're going to feel super comfortable plugging Algier in as your number one for that week. If it's just a little hamstring or, whatever, like, has to miss the game for, mom's sick or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you just feel completely fine with Algier on 22 carries that 1 week. And then you get the opportunity for that running back mitosis down the road, too. So I think that adds enough value that I'm comfortable with giving up the 203. And so if you think of Smith and 108 for Bijan, that's pretty easy at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think so, especially when you talk about just the players available in the 108. I mean, so it's like a Smith or or Johnson or an Addison with Smith, like for Bijan. That's really good. Moving on, we made two other trades where we did a little kind of
hang on just a second. So at this point, we definitely took Anthony Richardson, which I think we should note that, right? So we traded for the 102 before we were on the clock, and then we selected Anthony Richardson at 102.
Yes.
Then go ahead.
All right.
We came up at 107.
Yeah, so we come up at the 107, and we send away the 107 pick, and we pick up the 110 and the 209 in a neat little 2-for-1 deal. We like dropping down to 110. I think that's where we ultimately picked up Kincaid. Or no. We ended up trade that pick away.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so remember, this is a PPR no tight end premium start one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So part of our thinking here, remember, by the way, we just got back the 209 that we sent away in the Lawrence deal.
Yes, we did.
Right? So so you could almost go back and look at that. Yeah. So the thing about it is there were 10 first rounders, but in the stock format, Kincaid is a little less, is I think a real tier down, right?
Yeah.
But getting 209 was a worthwhile thing to us because we're not Addison people.
Yep.
We were Quentin Johnston people.
Yes.
And so I think taking Quentin Johnston at 7 is bad value. And I think that's really the essence of what we did here, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. We wanted to take him there, but we knew that he probably wouldn't go in that spot. Addison ultimately goes as the 107 pick in the draft. So we knew we could drop down a little bit and still get our guy. So we didn't actually own the 108 when we made the deal, but we had a trade lined up for if we had acquired it, where we do this one down at the bottom here. This is the next trade we made.
Yep.
Yeah,
we turned right around and moved back up from the 110 to the 108. using the 303, right? So essentially, we got the same guy at 8 that we would have gotten at 7, and we turned 303 into 209.
Exactly. Yep.
And when you see how that pans out for us, you're going to see why that's such a good deal.
And the back half of the second round of the rookie draft right now is kind of a sweet spot. You can really get some decent players for what people were saying was basically a worthless pick, not but a few months ago. So this is ultimately the way the draft board goes. We got the first 2 selections and the deals we mentioned. We go Bijan and Rich. Everything goes pretty chalk from there, all the way down to 7, Addison. And then we take a QJ and Flowers. I'm not a big truth around Flowers. Greg likes him. What's up with Flowers? Why do you like him so much?
I mean, look, it's an ambiguous receiving room, and they spent a lot of capital. And I like Todd Monken, and Lamar Jackson is a good player.
Yep.
And it's not necessarily that I'm in love with him, but this is Jahan Dotson again. Yep. Right, like you this is the pick, because there's no tight end bonus, right? So you're not taking Dalton Kincaid there, and you're not taking second round wide receivers, and you're not taking and I don't think we were in a position where we would have wanted to think about Will Levis. I just think you just have to be very happy with the draft capital he got, and the fact that there's nobody ahead of him who is clearly going to keep him out of the wide receiver 1 position. Obviously, Andrews is there, but
no, he could. He should lead the team in receiving yardage from the wide receiver position of the wide receivers.
Bateman's there, but he's at least a coin flip to me.
Sure. The rest of the rookie draft progress. We see Will Levis go at 110, Mingo at 111, Charbonnet 112. Second round, Devon Achane, Mims, Kincaid. We don't pick again until later on at the 2.9 slot. So, we pick up Sam Laporta there. One of both of our favorite players at 209. Yeah, tremendous value there.
Yeah, and so this was, to me, that's the pick we got back for dropping 1 spot. Now, you notice what we gave up was 303, right? Yes. We in those pair of trades. That's Kayshon Boutte. Look at the value gap between Kayshon Boutte and Sam Laporta.
Tremendous. Yeah.
I think we would have taken Cedric Tillman, but look at the value gap from Cedric Tillman to Sam Laporta, right? Like, just huge value gap that we got, and we're a little sketchy at tight end, so yes. I'm pleased to have that opportunity there.
Yeah, our only real option at tight end right now is Dalton Schultz. I think we have Gesicki on the roster too.
We have Gesicki.
Yeah, but
I think it's
love Laporta to develop into a starting tight end for us eventually, and to get that out of 209 seems awesome. We get a gift of Tank Bigsby at the 212. We're so thirsty for running backs, so to get a guy who I think is going to be really involved and a talented player in his own right at the back half of the second, I love that. I mean, really about as good as it could have gotten there.
Yeah, when you talk about ways that we could repeat a Travis Etienne injury, and then Tank Bigsby does a lot of work for us, is one of those.
Yeah, we kind of have some sneaky RB depth on the team now, because we would have Bijan with a handcuff, we have Tank, we have McKinnon, and we're starting to actually put something together. So I like that a lot. Third round comes through here. You see Josh Downs going to 301, Jalen Hyatt, Kayshon Boutte at the 3-3. A little early for him right there, but
there's a guy I got no shares of.
Yeah, I have 1 share of him where he fell to me. That's it. But I'm not feeling Boutte right now for sure. Tillman, Musgraves, Chase Brown, Abanikanda, Zach Evans, pretty chalk through the third. The only pick that jumps out to me as a reach is that Boutte one. Darnell Washington at 311, and then we pick up
That's
Tank.
A reach.
Yeah, probably in this style of league, I probably would have rather had a shot on one of these running backs.
Yeah.
Tank Dell at the 312. Could Tank Dell become an actual contributor for fantasy football?
Of course. Yeah. I mean, the ceiling is very low, or I'm sorry, the floor is very low. But why couldn't he be the guy in Houston this year, right? It's either going to be Mechie or Collins or Woods or him.
Yeah.
And I don't think any one of those guys has better than 35% chance or less than 15% chance of being the leading receiver. That's the way I see it.
Sure.
So to get him at 312, I just think a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, the risk reward there is great. I mean, the cost for upside. I mean, we're spending almost nothing. I mean, players that are in the late third might be cut for a lot of people. So that's, I think we're getting a good spot there. Eric Gray at the 4.3. And Clayton Tune, we are in the draft with as the Mr. Irrelevant in the 412 slot. We really like this guy, Greg and I, because he's going to step in and probably start for the Cardinals right off the rip because of Kyler Murray's injury. And that makes such a
he's
yeah.
got a shot to start. Let's not get out over our skis here. It could probably still be Colt McCoy, but if he's good. Mm-hmm. If Clayton Tune is surprisingly good, he's going to take this job right away.
Yes. And he could hold on to it for a while and do something. Then all of a sudden, I don't know. Kyler signed the contract extension, so he's not going to become a long-term starter for this team most likely. But it's a guy who what's going to happen real quick. So if he's not the starter early on, we can just cut him and
that's right.
Be done with it. Get another roster spot. But, fourth round here. Any picks jump out to you as good or bad throughout the fourth?
I mean, you see how far those tight ends drop, but I think that's correct here. Did you like Tank Dell over Puka Nacua? Did you like Eric Gray over Evan Hull? I think those are sort of the two choices there that we made.
I definitely like Gray over Hull. I think Gray's got a more clear path to the field. And then Nakua's been someone I've been rising on. I'm pretty interested in this player. Is there a chance he really does break out from the 6th round or whatever he was drafted in?
5th. I mean, he was a 5th rounder. Yes. Yes, there is. I mean, I think there's a chance, but I actually think the better chance is that the second and third targets there are Tyler Higbee and Van Jefferson.
Yeah.
I think that's that should be the sort of the median outcome expectation, but there is a chance that Puka could just be better than those guys who aren't great. They're not unbelievable talents, right? And so, I like it.
He's been getting a lot of buzz. I've been trying to pick him up at post draft or in the 5th round, but I think there's players in the 4th round I do like more. Most of these handcuff style running backs, these Holes and Grays and McBrides and stuff. But that is the 24/7 League rookie draft. The moves we made to put ourselves in the position we're in right now. Let's take another look at the team. This is it right here, baby. Josh Allen, Bijan. We already talked about him, but I love this team.
It's a little thin at receiver. It's a little thin at receiver. We're gonna have to make do there. Something's gonna have to get home. Johnson better early than we expect. But we do have Van Jefferson. I think that's the guy for me that's real interesting. A Thornton, Claypool. I think Flowers. We're going to need some of these guys to get to a clarified start spot where we're comfortable playing them on the regular. And you'll notice also out there, listeners, we added Charlie Jones as a UDFA. I really like him. He's been buzzy in camp. And it was a 4th round pick, older prospect, right? So, but a 4th round pick tied to Joe Burrow with some contract questions on 2 of his top 3 wide receivers. And he's been buzzy in OTAs.
I love that. Yep. And then we'll probably, I'm hoping we'll find a move to move off one of these quarterbacks, specifically Pickett, probably closer to the season. Nothing against Pickett, but I really like the other 3 guys we have, and I want to keep that locked in. But
I think that makes sense.
I think there's going to be some more thirst as you get closer to the season. Someone feels like they're, a starting quarterback away.
He may be an early season move too, though, right? He might be it might be good to see him throw some touchdowns.
Yeah, have a couple of big games, and then we can probably get off of him.
Because
I do think the upside where we ever start him on this roster.
I don't think he has that upside, but I think he is going to rally this season and improve his value.
Yeah.
All right,
man. That's 24/7 League. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We're going to cut it off there. Appreciate you. Hit us up for the Listener League. We want you all in there, but only the lucky 10 will be chosen. Subscribe, leave a comment. Have a good night, friends.